Chapter 23. The Not-So-Shrewd Negotiator. Some people are born negotiators. When they're working their magic, it's a genuine privilege to just sit back and watch a master at work. Every gesture, every word, and every well-constructed pause is all woven together to produce a dialogue between buyer and seller that transcends the mere exchange of goods for money and approaches what can be best described as a religious experience. Most people, however, are just crap at it. Unfortunately, they believe that they are the car boot equivalent of the Wolf of Wall Street and will waste no time in getting straight down to business. However, if you, as the owner of the goods, does not do everything in your power to have fun with these people, then I fear that I have taught you nothing, and I'll have to get you to start waxing my car and painting my fence again. These buyers, and I air quote for reasons which will become apparent, are merely there to play. Their acquisition of your goods comes second nature to their screwing you down to the lowest possible price, blissfully unaware that, all the while, you are literally asking them to give you money to take away your junk. Keep that in mind, and you will always have the upper hand. Factor in that you're being asked to negotiate over about 50p, and it becomes all too obvious just why it is your right, nay, your God-given duty, to enjoy every minute of the negotiation. You literally have nothing to lose. To illustrate my point, we shall first attempt to sell 2 bicycle helmets. The buyer here will be ascribed the code RAM, rather aggressive mother. How much is the helmet? It's £3 for that. 3? Now, yes, the word coming out of her mouth was 3, but the tone was more akin to, you come into my farm in the middle of the night, eat 3 live chickens and then do unspeakable things to my goat. I felt a sense of shame. How could I, a mild-mannered man of too little hair and too high a body mass index, do such a thing? To ask such an unreasonable amount for these mere trinkets, and in front of her children? I carefully pondered my reply. No, you're right. That's far too cheap. Let's say 5. RAM then spends the next few minutes inspecting these helmets in great detail. Well, I say great detail. She did put a Hello Kitty helmet meant for a 4-year-old girl on her 7-year-old son. But hey, I'm not judging. Oh, who am I kidding? This whole book is based on the fundamental principle of my judging. Would you take 150? I'm sorry, no. I think £3 is a fair price. Why don't we agree upon £2? If I take both helmets, would you do them for £3.50? Do you see what's happening here? The price is no longer relevant. What this woman wants is a win, a chance to put one over on the poor, unsuspecting stallholder who, at this point, has already mentally checked out of the entire conversation and is currently going over a recipe for a sous vide duck breast in his mind. No, I'll do them for £4 because you've already got me down from 6. Yes, but they don't really need them, you see. RAM points out the 2 boys that are with her. At this point, I fail to understand her logic. Actually, that's not really accurate. I'm acutely aware of the fact that logic left this conversation before it even started. Surely, if you don't really need something, then its actual value to you is 0. Why not just walk away? I promise I won't think any less of you. But then, given the bar you've set at this point, I really wouldn't have anywhere left to go. Okay. I can see we're going to have to take the long way round on this one. I understand. Well, if they don't really need them, then they'll be £20. What? That's way too expensive. And as I said, I don't really need them, so I'm not paying £20 for them. Indeed. But at this stage, you've also told me that you're not paying £4 for them either. If, as you say, you don't need them, then paying £16 more than you want to is technically the same as paying 50p more. Wouldn't you agree? RAM reaches into her purse for the £4 and buys the helmets, and I thank the gods that the ordeal is coming to a close. But oh no, the fun doesn't stop there. She then spots an armband, suitable for runners to insert their mobile phones. I bought it a couple of years ago, tried it, didn't like it, shoved it in a drawer, so here it was. How much for the armband? It's £1 for that. Retailed at 12 and I only used it once, so it really is as good as new. Would you take 50p for it? No. Even though we've already bought a lot of stuff from you today? I should stress there's not even a shred of irony in this woman's voice. Well, to be fair, You bought 2 bicycle helmets, and whilst I'm grateful for your business, I doubt there are many people that would refer to 2 items as a lot. Secondly, I actually want £2 for the armband, but as I knew you'd attempt to halve any figure I presented to you, I just decided to save each other both some time and tell you the price I figured you'd eventually argue me down to. Well, I'll leave it here and I'll come back later. If it's still here, then maybe you let me have it for 50p. If it is, then absolutely. I counted the hours, desperate to catch just one last glimpse of this vision of grace and diplomacy. Not really, I went and bought an ice cream. But just to wrap this story up with a nice little bow, RAM did return about 2 hours later. Is that armband still here? I'm afraid not. It went about 3 minutes after you left and for the price I wanted. RAM walked away, defeated, but nonetheless ready to inflict her own form of torture on some other unsuspecting stallholder on another day. I, on the other hand, was left to wonder what sort of parent gambles with their children's safety over a matter of 50p.